Hello there, and welcome to Seasonal Roundup. In fact, this is not just any Seasonal Roundup. This is Seasonal Roundup Double Trouble. And in case you're out of a loop, I'll be covering 2 seasons within this one video. So I'll be covering all the releases from July all the way to December. This was because we were working on the Winter Film Fest at the time, and to make sure the Winter Film Fest was the best it could be, we had to skip that season's roundup. I made a video at the time explaining why in greater detail. I don't feel like explaining it all again, so you can just probably check out the video. But regardless of that, let's get into the news. Starting with RSVP news. So in July, we at the RSVP celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Oh, and made 6K subscribers as well. To celebrate, we hosted a live stream. Hello there, and welcome to the 1-year anniversary stream. I'm Mad Formers Pro. Want to introduce yourself, guys?
Hello.
Hello,
My name is
everybody.
Kubix.
I'm Shrek. Hello, everyone.
Ring wasn't able to join right away, so me, Glub, and Shrek did our best.
Even in general, they're throwing tomatoes.
I'm sorry, I'm trying my best, okay? Enough tomatoes.
Jim, you're so geeked right now. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. There were some technical difficulties. Wait, one moment. Oops, don't want to show that yet. After like that seasonal roundup, but we overcame them. I'm just gonna get like Minecraft music. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Hold on, God. Eventually, Rinken showed up. The short film contest.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I just woke up.
Oh, God.
I thought it was like way later because like you moved it up back to like 5:30 or something. Oh wait, right. So I mean, if it's like 2, because it was 2 on my side.
Ring.
He wasn't aware that we were already streaming.
So what's the plan? Okay, wait.
So-
did the stream start?
Yeah, we're streaming
Yeah.
right now. Like, we're
You're
live.
streaming
Well-
as we speak.
Oh,
We're live
where-
right now.
where-
Ring, say hello to the audience.
Where is
we-
everyone?
We just announced the Winter Film Festival.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna
Cool.
be-
That's awesome.
But eventually locked in. We even shared our advice.
This month or throughout the entire year, because it takes.
Yeah,
a
stay
while.
organized.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think you guys should be naming your files properly. Do you know how many files I get sent and they're like named terribly? Like, here you go, Rin! Or, how do you look or something like that. Don't do that.
Or ASTF.
Name your files properly! I'm tired!
We also did a little Q&A segment. Sadly, Shrek had to leave before the end of the stream. But we had one skit to do before he left. Wait, everyone,
three?
for 3, 2,
Wait.
1, 2, 3.
We are-
We are
we are the...
Or the,
No, wait,
the
let's-
Yakuza 4.
No, wait,
This
wait.
is a train wreck!
Fuck. Wait. Let's count to 3, guys, alright? 1,
1,
2, 3.
Three.
We are the RSVP.
RSVP
4.
4.
Aside from that, the stream was really fun to do. With the anniversary news out the way, let's talk about our other big event of that year, the Winter Film Festival. During the anniversary livestream, we announced the RSVP Winter Film Festival. The film festival served as a celebration for the community and a hobby. It also included an in-game convention center, which included booths of all your favorite creators, to show off their work and express themselves. The game is still open by the way if you want to have a look at it, but we can't forget the most important part of the film festival, and that being the short film contest. Originally, we wanted to host a grand opening and a winner stream on December, but in the end, we decided to move it to the first week of January, which worked out much better for us. I'd say the grand opening and the award stream was really fun, and I'm really proud of the winners and all the people who submitted to the short film contest. Shrek right now is currently working on a video recapping the whole event, so you don't want to miss that one. So to recap each winner, the award for Best Narrative goes to Swords and Roses, Best Production Award goes to Roblox's Jolliest, Best Creativity Award goes to Terry the Snowman, And People's Choice Award goes to Elusive Veil. With all the stuff regarding Winter Film Fest and the channel out the way, to start off the month of July, Exactly 27 released the Angry Admin collab. A 10-year anniversary tribute collab dedicated to remaking the original Angry Admin video by Sniforms. The video began work in late November of 2024 and had around 19 animators contributing to it. The video came out with high praise, and even Snifor himself commented sharing his admiration towards the people involved with this project. On July 15th, Unchained Animations released the first chapter of their Mortal Kombat fan series, Combat Remake. A 9-minute action-filled epic retelling the story of Mortal Kombat 9. The main focus is on both Raiden and Johnny Cage. On the 17th, as part of a belated 5-year anniversary celebration of my series, Alcyon, I announced I should be releasing a director's cut of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. This will include reanimated scenes from Chapter 1, re-editing and adding new scenes, and minor story fixes. But most importantly, this release will include voice acting, starring Strawberry Mochi as Alice, Raven Akira as Calloway, Taco Bell Taco as the director, Momento as Brandalo, Webbers as Jinko, and myself as George. I won't begin work on this until Chapter 3 is completed. Again, sorry I've been taking my time with Chapter 3, I really want to get it out as soon as possible. Moving on to the 19th, we got a release of yet another collab, Roblox Remix Revolution. This collab has about 82 people. Wait, 82 people? Holy cow! 82 people! Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, given the number of people within the collab, you can expect a wide spectrum of styles. We even have some 2D animation thrown in there as well. Going into July 25th, Cynics Productions released a new Spider-Man film featuring Black Cat. This is Cynics' third short film within his cinematic universe.
Starting August off fresh with another collab. This time, the Impersonator collab run by Cityverse. A 6-minute fight animation collab that took 3 years, 7 months, and 1 day to complete. Starting from the 1st of January 2022 and the 2nd of August 2025. Unsurprisingly, the production had issues, such as the original host abandoning the project, which led to its 3-year delay, which seems to be a trend among the long-running collab productions. If you enjoy novel animation collaboration projects like this, check the Impersonator collab. Coming from the mind of Gerald Gunner of Sharp Edge Production comes Race the Truth, a dialogue-less, 9-minute action short film set in the Isle game universe. Fireberry and his gang has landed on the island, with more immediate foes arriving at their location. Their objective? To get out and uncover the secret behind everything. This film is fairly light on the plot with no single line of dialogue, so it's accessible for everyone. Even if they aren't familiar with the Isle games or Gerald Gunner's greater Isle Prelude universe. Nonetheless, this is another of Sharp Edge's beautifully rendered addition in tribute to the Isle series. We got new development from one of our admin, Globex's expansive military sci-fi series, Brisk. Brisk is a successor series following the unfortunate cancellation of Lies, currently in development at Silverhand Films. And Globex has released several test footage of the series, showing off the mechas called Aves that will be central to the action of the series. While early in production, show some support to Globex as he has created an in-depth world building and plan for the series. Jackie Ponners has released Elysian Fields, Episode 1, Purgatory, previously known as Project Jia Long. It was initially revealed 2 years ago in 2024 with a teaser, after Jackie Ponners returned from retirement 3 years ago. At a whopping hour and 24 minutes, for what is only a pilot of an ongoing series, this is looking to be a behemoth of a series in terms of ambition. Despite its intimidating length, I highly recommend watching the series in its entirety, as it quickly became one of my personal favorites. The story follows August and his partner Pax, detectives assigned to uncover the Beyonders case, a cult that believes in the existence of the one beyond the fold, conspiring to commit acts of terrorism. Meanwhile, a superhero extraterrestrial named Envoy Adriel, a beloved Zydian hero to the people of Earth, believes himself to be a vessel of purpose to the one beyond. On the day of commemoration of Penance Day, a public assassination attempt sends August into a deeper rabbit hole as the orchestrator bears a similar likeness. I cannot sing my praises for this film enough. one of the most beautifully shot and intricately told stories in the genre. This is locked in as a Roblox classic in the making, and I hope featuring here will inspire future aspiring Roblox filmmakers to elevate the genre further, as Jackie Ponners have done in this film. Deviating from Jackie Ponners' Yoichiro Old Unit and Raiding Rogue Unit, it is a sci-fi neo-noir mystery series with a tinge of cosmic horror. However, still retaining the Hong Kong action-inspired choreography and fight scenes from his previous projects. This film contains the best production in terms of animation, set design, script in any of his past works. While this may only be the first part of a larger series, this certainly establishes itself as the director's magnum opus. The pacing is engaging, the mystery is enthralling, the action is slick, and it sets up a grand vision that'll leave you hungry for more. In addition to the film's release, Jackie Ponners has published an original soundtrack to the film. That's correct, outside of a few copyright songs by Junkie XL or Momoko Kikuchi, he independently produced over 30 tracks of original music for the film. And it certainly paid off, as the music helped hone in the tone of the film on a scene-by-scene basis. The careful on-hand direction of the soundtrack enhances the direction of the film in a way I never experienced in other Roblox movies. Jackie Ponners followed up Elysian Fields with an autobiographical video essay, how he spent 2.5 years making a Roblox movie, which chronicles his inspiration, creative process, and production insights on the story, set design, cinematography, audio, and action set pieces of the film, as well as a reflection on why he invested so much time, labor, and effort into his masterpiece. I highly recommend watching this video even as a standalone, because his commentary on the process of getting the film created can be aspirational for any creative trying to express themselves in an unconventional medium such as Roblox. So with that glowing review, don't miss out on Roblox's new cinematic masterpiece from one of Roblox's long-running filmmakers.
Starting off strong on the 2nd of September, V-Films proudly releases Day Racers Reignited Episode 1. The series has been highly anticipated by many, especially me, and I personally have been blown away by the visuals ever since I saw the trailer way back in April. So the story follows. After the main events of Day Racers, we switch gears and follow a brand new band of protagonists, Yudo and the side characters of the mechanic shop, all of which suddenly come across a mysterious red car, one tied back to many racers and many sadly unfortunate deaths. What should the characters do with this car? Should they use it to risk their lives, winning these races for fame, or should they ditch it and go back to a life of mediocrity? Find out in the first episode of Day Racers Reignited. A lot of the show is inspired by Initial D and Wangan Midnight, and it is a continuation of the previous Day Racers series all the way back in 2023. But in case you're wondering, no, those episodes are not required for context. In fact, this new series is a soft reboot because the story takes on a whole new different path which isn't too related to the old episodes. However, that's not to say that older characters do not return, hint. It's just that the information that you do need to know about them is going to be explained to you either way. Personally, I cannot stress how much of an improvement the Day Racers Reignited series was over the older episodes. Everything from animation, character design, voice acting, and especially the cinematography, oh my gosh, has been improved. So if you're a car enthusiast, V-Films has a lot of videos like this and general tutorials as well, so go check them out. In September, there's also a teaser for Roblox short film Seeker vs. Hiders, which is semi-based on the game with the same title. As of now, we don't know much except that there is a decent amount of people in the crew behind the project, so stay tuned.
Within the same day, a 46-second clip for Dogs and Cats was released by none other than Kevin himself. From Slyblockstards and Visionary fame, from what we know now, the plot of Dogs and Cats is as follows. Dog and Cat is about a guy named Ben who is working with a small gang that deals with keeping the underground ones in check. His job is to finish missions he is given, making sure the handler's employees aren't getting hurt and that the other gangs don't step out of line. Given his careless and charismatic personality, he seems to not care about the dangers of his duties, because the woman he is working with is pretty. But is that the reason why? Find out in the first episode of Dogs and Cats when that releases. Moving along to the 20th of September, Epic the video released Jendura Sundaman, a 5-minute historical short made with both Blender and Moon Animator. The short is set in the year of 1945. Indonesia declares its independence, but the Netherlands refuses to surrender, leading to a secondary military aggression on the 19th of December that very same year. If you are into historical military shorts, this might be for you. On the 22nd of September, Spetsimation finally released the first episode of their Squid Game series. This series is a loose retelling of the original Netflix show. To any Squid Games fans, you don't want to miss this.
Finally, we got an announcement for Strikers, a new series by Marco HD, known for his own short movie, Guns N' Roses. The trailer is a short following 6 talented soldiers, each with their own extraordinary skill sets, all of which are drafted to defend the city of Centurion from corrupt societies, villains, and many other dangerous threats. Can they succeed in protecting the peace? Find out in... okay, I think you get the point by now.
We only really had 3 releases in October, so expect this segment to be much shorter. So starting on the 5th, from the director of Ethan, is Checkpoint, a Gravedigger short film by Kaneko. In the aftermath of the Great War in 1919, the Earth was irreversibly divided into 2 warring factions, the Golden Empire and the Royal Nation. Because of the deep ideological differences, it ignited a conflict that consumed the planet, and soon, the bombs fell, ushering in the brutal era of the Queen and King's War. The surface was rendered uninhabitable, annihilated by their efforts, forcing everyone to breathe the rotten soil. The war went underground, but the war did not rest. The Golden Empire's 29th Regiment and the Royal Nation's 75th Division Ace Deck were brought forth, each striving to weaken the other. In 1924, Office Faith defends the checkpoint in this action thriller. So on the 11th of October, District Path's Missing Signal got released. A huge collaborative effort between Gaming Studio, End of Fred, McQuan, and Wincore 007. This short follows Detective Connor and Zack in a neo-noir setting as they uncover a large conspiracy. This film was a great time, and our very own Rinkin cameos in it, so give it a watch. On the 16th of October, Marco HD released Swords and Roses. Marco HD is a frickin' machine, man. He pumps out so much content in such little time. Shortly after he stepped down as the project director for The Last Guest Reimagined, he put out Swords and Roses, a fantasy romantic drama film that follows Rex and Princess Rose in a classic Porcupine's Dilemma story. We thought the story was so heartfelt, we gave it the inaugural RSVP award for Best Narrative at the Winter Film Festival. The film is just so beautifully shot and generally tugged on my heartstrings, although the film already won an award as is. The director Marco is currently planning on remastering the film by adding new scenes, characters, and hopes to flesh out the story's fantasy themes. Best to you, Marco. We'll be discussing this film more in depth in Trek's upcoming Winter Film Fest recap video. Okay, kicking off November with a good start. So, My Body Box of Evolution Studios released a short clip of their upcoming movie, Ground Zero. Specifically on the 8th of November, the clip in question shows a training montage in the middle of a desert. It doesn't show much, but in early January, Box released the first 9 minutes of the movie. The original teaser was super short, so I thought I might as well bring up the first 9 minutes that got released in January. Continuing into the month of November, we've got Gamer Studios releasing the trailer for its upcoming series, The Iron Fist, on the 16th. So, the plot goes. After offending a crime boss in Shibuya, our main hero, known as Bruce, returns to a small island off the coast of America, known as the City of Peace. Bruce is hoping to start anew, but that's until he realizes the city he is living in is exactly the opposite of what he was told. Not only that, but the Yakuza clan from Shibuya is coming to pay him a visit. Expect a lot of action. On November 28th, our very own Marco HD released Chapter 1 of a Roblox thriller movie called 800, heavily inspired by the Robloxywood films of old. 800 is a psychological horror thriller that follows a world overturned by zombies, following a group of survivors trying to endure a harsh, forgotten city. The movie itself focuses heavily on the theme of humanity, and in Marco's own words, and I quote, "will be my most ambitious and mature film to date. Part 1 is out now, but will be released in its entirety some point in 2026. Marco has also said he has plans on remastering the film as well, so expect more from Marco this year. On November 29th, Skier released their long-awaited action comedy short, Clutch or Kick. The short is a red versus blue match, featuring various faces from the RSVP server. This project began work in December of 2024, within the early days of the RSVP's life. This project was a long time coming, and it did not disappoint, so I might as well mention it and recommend it here on Seasonal Roundup. To cap off November, Pine Tree released the first episode of their second season of their Spider-Man series. In this episode, Spider-Man faces off against teched-up versions of Molten Man and Hydro Man. December's first release just so happens to be from Rinken, that being a brand new installment within the Mythomania series, which is also a direct sequel and a prequel to Bitter Reconciliation. It takes place right after my fight with Rinken, and goes into my character's backstory. I must say, the newly recruited cast members who portrayed the members of the guild done an amazing job. Like, their performance was stellar. I guess my acting was okay, I guess. I should also mention Rinken made this as a submission to the Winter Film Festival, but the film is disqualified from winning any awards, due to it being made by one of the event's organizers. We also got another Winter Film Fest submission, released on the 4th of December. This submission is a 10-minute scene from D4RK The Animators, The Undead March, Roblox Apocalypse movie, which is stated to be part of a 2-hour film. It's a fully voice-acted Roblox zombie movie, so if it interests you, I'd give this one a watch, and anticipate the release of a full movie. Now, moving on to the 5th of December, with Leo's submission to the Winter Film Festival, Dawn of a Hero, a 2-minute short film, and my personal pick for Best Creativity for the Short Film Awards. I'm not going to spoil much considering it's quite short, but it makes great use of the themes we offered in the contest. And to make it even better, despite it being set in his Rogue Lineage series, you don't need any background knowledge of it to understand what's going on. You can simply jump right into it. Then the following day, on December 6th, Leo blessed us with yet another video, this one being a trailer for his next and final project, Ascension. The series will follow the character of Ace, a depressed teenager who has been offered by a self-proclaimed prophet to embark on a transformative pilgrimage of humanity. He'll be unveiling a prophecy on his own and become a better person in the process. The fate of the world is in his hands now. On the 12th of December, Corvex and his team released the official trailer for their remake of The Last Guest, simply known as The Last Guest Reimagined. We have a few well-known RSVP animators who helped out on the project, such as Marco HD, Magic Man, Aluminium, Lewis, Leo, and Steven Believe. Moving along to December 16th, J Film Studios released a 3-minute short film, Apache. It was originally a scrapped 2022 project with some new, repolished scenes. The short itself is a recreation of a stickman animation by Justin O. This was also a submission for the Winter Film Fest. On December 18th, Leafing, with an N at the end, released the third part of their Rake series. Our main character is separated from the safe house attack, so them and survivors must adapt and survive until a mysterious entity abducts one of them. What more dark secrets shall be revealed within this episode of The Rake? Make sure to check out the other 2 parts of this horror series if you haven't already. Now this brings us to December 26th, with the release of Isle Bravo 2, Part 0.5, by none other than Sharp Edge himself, nominated for Best Creativity in the Winter Film Fest. This action-packed short features our main hero Luca, otherwise referred to as Ghost. He is deployed alongside his squad for an extraction mission, until he realizes there is something off about this mission. If you enjoyed films like Inception, Tenet, or even Edge of Tomorrow, I think you'd like this one. So right at the end of the month, and just in time for the Winter Film Fest, Zoriel Movies released a short film, Follow the Flamenco, directed by none other than our very own Shrek himself. A 7-minute romantic comedy following the character of David, making his own little adventure across Andalusia, I think I said it right, Andalusia, Spain. This was also a submission for the Winter Film Fest, but just like Friction, it was disqualified from winning any awards due to Shrek being one of the organizers. And yeah, this is all the news and releases. But I do have one more thing to mention before this video ends. This might not be the news you want to hear, but this is in fact the last seasonal roundup that will ever be made. I'll be honest with you, this was not an easy decision for us to make. But the thing is, an episode of seasonal roundup usually takes a long time to produce. And that production time, normally it eats into our personal time. And that time could be spent working on other videos for the channel or our own personal projects. We understand the value of this show, and we try to do our best to streamline for production for this particular episode, but again, it was still very time consuming for us to make, especially with the extra hands we had on board this time round. This video is meant to come out in early January, but as you can see, that's not the case. Again, I'm so sorry that we're going to be ending this series. But to make up for it, we'll try our best to promote any production within our server or any community post. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here now, and I'd like to give a special thanks to Rinken for helping me out with this whole series. Dude's been a real big help when it came to working on Seasonal Roundup. And I also want to thank Shrek, Pepperino, and Glubix for helping me out with the script for this episode. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This is Madformers Pro, signing out.
So here we have our main cast of characters in the series called the Tin Pot Gang, or TPG for short. So the reason they're called the Tin Pot Gang is because their leader Tin has a tin pot over his head. And next, you have the CT Force behind them, which are rivals to the Tin Pot Gang. You can actually see over here the main leader of the CT Force, Jane Doe, and actually have Future Tin here right with us. So please, take it away.
The dialogue is specifically inspired by Hotline Miami, and this is a metaphor on what's to come. We got 2 new characters that I made months ago. This robot is called Pathfinder, who was made by the CT Force, but got reprogrammed by the Rebels. And speaking of the Rebels, we got the Rebel Leader. The Rebel Leader created a really big faction called the Rebels. That is an organization located in Greenland to gather information and possibly destroy it. But basically, they gather humans that are still not infected or whatever. Pathfinder is really important because you can just enter any CT Force tower or just any territory without getting sniped, and also just gather information for the rebels. And speaking of the CT4 towers, we got the extremely tall towers made by the CT4s. These are basically headquarters, and they hold a lot of information, and it's also really dangerous because of the amount of soldiers there are. And also in the upcoming episode, the Tin Pot Gang will enter inside. With the Tin Pot Gang, we got Tin, who's the leader, and this is Tin in the earlier years. Basically, he used to live in a small town or a village. His town used to have like undeveloped technology, so basically they didn't have tanks or guns or whatever. So basically, they also had rivals called the Outsiders. His town and the Outsiders' town, they were neighbors basically, and the Outsiders planned one attack on Tin's town or village specifically. Basically, they grabbed lit torches. They lit every wooden building in the village on fire. And that attack was called the Battle of Inferno. And Tin had to, of course, be forced to fight for his village. It was a tough journey for him. And then this is Tin in his later years. He is mostly completely alone, and the CT4s got even stronger by the years because of the multiplication of cloning. He really dislikes fighting by this point. He only values a peaceful mode. And also CT4 tracks him down basically every day. It can be shown by this helicopter there on top.
Wow.
So yeah, and then next to him we have this big guy. I have not much to say because it's mostly like spoilers. Because it's like a major event, basically near the first season, and this is going to show up. And then we have this car that was modeled by me. This is called Lucy. It's like, it's like really weird and busted. It's just to drive the TPG around, and it has like, it doesn't like support normal fuel. For some reason, it generates speed. If someone pushes it, and then it stores the speed up or something. So that's why it's busted. And then finally we have this text. It's just purchase insanity, maybe for the humans who are remaining, and even the soldiers actually.
Yeah, I think that's really nice. I think that's a really cool concept for a car, actually, but I'm just a little bit confused. Does the car kind of work by initially building up speed after you push it or give it some ignition, and then it continually and gradually builds up speed infinitely? How does that exactly work?
Sort of, because Adam, the yellow guy in the TPG, basically he just pushes the car and then hops on and then sits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but is the car itself just a normal car? Does it even have an engine?
Yeah.
Oh,
basically
okay.
that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like pedals, I think. Someone stole them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, who needs 60 horsepower when you just got this guy?
Yeah. True.
So, I think that was great. Thank you for coming to the interview and also like showing us our booth. And I genuinely think this is a pretty well made like booth right here.